Look, no matter how much you want to believe Jack and Laura, you gotta see how bad it looks.
I mean, there's no jury with a collective IQ of 12 that's going to go for self-defense. There's not a shred of evidence to prove that Denny Benton touched a hair on Laura's head.
Newsflash, rookie, there's more evidence.
Well, I hope for Jack's sake it's a witness.
You got your wish?
Whoa, wait a minute, back up. There was somebody who actually saw Benton attacking Laurel?
No, but there's an eyewitness as to what his fist did to her face.
Well, who is this person? Why haven't we heard from him?
Haley, she's been in California. She's back today.
Oh, I see. So somewhere on a beach overlooking the Pacific, your niece tapped into the repressed memory of Laurel's wounds?
No, she talked to Laurel about it when it happened. She made up some excuse about a doorknob. Now, I want to go get Haley, bring her down for a formal statement. She'll be a key witness for the defense when this goes to trial.
Dirk, you think this will change things?
No, Haley can make formal statements till her lips go limp. I mean, Laurel Banning is sailing up the river for murder, too. You know it, I know it, and beneath all of his denial, Trevor knows it, too.
I love your neck. Have I ever told you that?
I have to finish this.
I think the only thing I like more than your beautiful neck is your wonderfully handsome.
I'm working now, didn't you hear me? Or is that all you ever think about?
Dimitri, how in the world did you beat me here? I just left you a wild wind.
Well, you were right. Kendall, she's reeling. The fields you described to her is even worse than the one she imagined. But she's still determined to face him.
Big mistake.
Yeah, she's going to need all the support she can get. I was hoping that you could fly to L.A. with us. Is that a problem for you?
My dance card is free. I'd be glad to assist.
Great.
Oh, hey, Dad. How's it hanging?
Party's over, Merrick. If you're looking for another dance with my wife, you can turn around and get out.
What's wrong? Hey, are you okay?
What Adam said about me, he was right. He was right all along.
All My Children. Brought to you by Play School. We design innovative toys for today's growing kids.
Oh, boy. Okay, what's Adam done now?
Oh, it's not Adam. It's me.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's you. What heinous crime are you guilty of this time? Which would milk in his coffee instead of cream? Or what, you maybe go for a walk without permission? What?
Do you know that all my life people have chalked me up for being no good?
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? What people?
Well, my mother. For starters. Practically anyone who's ever tried to love me.
Gloria? Where is this coming from? What happened?
Adam had me pegged from the very beginning. But then he made the fatal mistake of falling madly in love with me. He deserved somebody wonderful in his life, not somebody like me stuck with...
Oh, okay. Enough. Enough with the self-hate routine. Aren't you a little sick of it by now? I am. I have had it up to here with watching you tear yourself apart for nothing. Come on.
You don't get it.
Oh, like hell I don't, Gloria. Every morning, Adam gets up loaded for bear, and every morning it's your fault. He rides the hell. He persecutes his family. He tears into anybody he can at any moment possible. And suddenly, it's all your fault. Now, how is that possible?
You don't know what I'm like.
You know what I know, Gloria? Hey, listen to me. I know that you don't have a shred of self-respect. And I know that nothing that I say or do is ever going to change that. Okay, fine. I'll tell you what. You go ahead and you just tear yourself to pieces because I'm not going to try to stop you anymore. All right? You're on your own.
Whatever you're trying to imply, Chandler...
Don't play dumb with
just
me.
Please keep it to yourself. I didn't come here to see Gloria, or you for that matter. I came here to talk to Haley.
Are there enough female minions at Wild Wind to keep you occupied while Eric is away?
That's just great, Dad. That's very nice.
If not, then I suggest you get yourself a surrogate. Stop sniffing around my daughter and my wife.
You know something, Chandler? That accident must have hurt more than your legs. It sounds like your mind is...
Try totally gone.
You're as transparent as glass.
Well, it's nice to see that nothing's changed at the not-so-okay corral. Still digging into everything that moves. Tell me, has the Red Cross shown up to evacuate your wife yet?
Don't worry about my wife.
Okay, well then why don't you leave me alone to discuss business with my client?
Oh, he's a client now, is he? Just what did you hire her to do, Dimitri?
That's none of your affair. Look, are you going to give us some privacy, or should I conduct this business up in my bedroom?
Fine. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I am so sorry.
I can handle Adam. Can you?
What I need is an office, preferably in another state.
Does he like this often?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, that was about an 8. Since the accident, he usually averages around a 6.5.
Well, the last time I saw him, he was making an effort.
Yeah, he was putting up a good front for Gloria's birthday. 2 hours of peace, I suppose. Maybe next year he'll spring for 3. If she can survive until next year. You know, any other woman would have been long gone.
This business about dancing with his wife, did he fight with Gloria about it?
I would assume so.
Great. She must be a wreck.
She's probably used to it by now.
Look, I think I should find her just in case you need someone to talk to.
Hey, go for it.
Do you have any idea where she is?
I'm sure she's somewhere in the fortress. She hardly ever leaves the house anymore. You have my permission to conduct a full search.
Thank you.
Yeah, just keep your catcher's mask handy, because if my father catches you with his wife...
Yeah, I'll take my chances.
You brought them back up. What for?
I just answered a page.
I guess that means arraignment.
20 minutes from now, Judge Crockett's court.
Nice of you to give us a little notice, Tanner.
Well, sorry we don't schedule these things at your convenience.
Don't even worry about him.
I've handled him before, and I'll handle him again.
Yeah, so have I, but from this position, he just looks a little bit more formidable. That's all.
Can I use the phone? I really need to talk to my daughter.
No,
Oh, come on.
Look, Cody needs that report.
But
Now, Cannon.
go ahead, just make it quick.
Mary Jane?
Yes?
Hi, it's Laurel.
Laurel, hi, how are you?
Is Lily okay?
Oh, better than that. You have perfect timing.
She's right here drawing a special picture to give to Mommy when she comes up for the Halloween party.
Mary Jane, I'm not going to be able to make Halloween.
But I thought it was all set.
There are some complications on this end, kind of serious complications.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I need to explain this to Lily. Do you think you could put her on the phone?
Well, I'm not sure that...
I know this has never worked before, but I think she really needs to hear my voice right now. I might not be able to see her again for a long time. Couldn't we please just try?
Officer Reed, call for you on line 3, Ruth Martin.
Thanks.
Hi, Ruth. No. I haven't changed my mind about the Lamaze class. It's just that I still don't have the part. No, I promise. By this time next week, I'll... Well, come on. How much could I possibly miss in the first class? Look, Ruth, I'm sorry, okay? I just can't face it alone. I mean, a class full of happily married couples and me.
Lily, I'd rather be with you than anywhere else in the world. But Mommy's got some problems right now, and I really need to be here and straighten them out. And the thing is, I'm not going to be able to see you for a long time. And I know you're disappointed, honey. I'm disappointed, too. And it's not because I don't want to. It's just because I can't. And I think about you all day, sweetheart. Every morning when I wake up, the first thing I think about is your sweet little face. And I just want to hug you and kiss you.
Oh, brother.
And I'm going to ask Miss Stone to take a picture of you in your fairy princess costume. Is that okay? And I'm going to write you a lot of letters. And you're doing so well on your computer, I hope you'll write to me, too. Will you do that? And, Lily, I want you to know that if there were any way at all for me to be with you, I would. And I'm going to be with you just as soon as I can. But no matter how long it takes, I just want you to remember that I love you. And don't forget that. Promise me, okay?
Okay, Mommy.
Oh, Lily, that was really wonderful. You have the nicest little voice. You have the sweetest voice I ever heard.
I heard what you said to Ruth, the Lamaze thing.
Look, don't worry about it, Dirk. I'll be fine.
Yeah, but, I was thinking that maybe
Listen, all right? Don't give me this guilt complex thing, all right? I can handle it. I'll be fine. It's really not your responsibility.
Are your clients still interested in bail, or have they grown accustomed to their home away from home?
We'll see you in court, Tanner.
Come on, honey, let's go.
Oh, honey, I gotta go now. I love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye for now. And you're gonna get lots of letters. Bye-bye. How awful is this gonna be, huh? It's not gonna be bad. This is the easy part. If I can rush through the papers, you won't even have to spend a night in jail.
That's right.
I'm going to sit in on this.
Don't tell me that got you. I'm so disappointed. Excuse me? Oh, it's pathetic mother act. I mean, try obvious. Save it for the judge, sweetheart. You know what I mean? It's so typical of you to react that way.
Well, well, well. My two favorite women in the world in the same spot. Must be my lucky day.
I need some information only you can give me. I need you to think back to last summer. You made a visit to Laurel, unannounced one day?
Last summer?
Yeah, it would have been around August.
Oh, that's like a lifetime ago.
Concentrate, think. It's important.
Why? What's so important? What's going on?
It would have been a day after you'd had a dinner with Laurel.
Oh, yeah, girls' night in. I remember she made pasta primavera. Why? What's so important about that?
What do you remember about that day after the dinner?
I brought home her leftover dish,
Yeah.
and I wanted to schmooze with her, you know, any excuse
Did you
to get
schmooze
out of
with her,
it.
with Laurel?
No.
Why not?
Bad timing, I guess.
Because of Laurel.
Yeah, she was busy.
Busy how? Think.
What is all this about? Will you please fill me in?
Look, I'll do that later. Just concentrate. Think about as much as you can about that day. What was Laurel like?
I don't know, weird.
Weird how?
Weird, I don't know, like she was hungover or something, only she wasn't hungover because she hadn't been drinking. She said she had a raging headache. She said she had a raging
What did she look like?
What did she look like?
Yeah.
She looked like she'd been, I don't know, run over by a train.
Could you be more specific than that?
Like, she was like black and blue.
Bruises.
Yes, mean ones.
How did she get them?
She said she was hit by a door jam.
And you bought it.
Well, I mean, had it been anybody else, I might have been suspicious.
Suspicious how?
I mean, you know, Jackson Montgomery is a Boy Scout. Otherwise, I would have thought she was a battered wife.
Beaten up.
Yes, beaten up, yes.
Bingo.
Bingo what? What did I win?
Remember that stiff we dragged out of the Merrick mine?
Yeah. How could I forget it? The guy tried to hire me, and then he turns up dead.
Laurel's been accused of his murder.
Wait a minute. What? Hold on. No.
Trust me,
no,
it's a
that
long
can't be
story,
right.
I think.
What? I don't get it. No. She didn't know that guy. You were there when you dragged his body out of the mine. She...
Fainted, that's right. Now we know why.
This doesn't make any sense.
No, according to her, he attacked her. It was self-defense, and you corroborated the story, as far as the injuries go, anyway.
Wait a minute. I met that sleazeball firsthand right before he bought the farm. I don't understand what Laurel would be doing with a swamp creature like that.
Well, she used to be Mrs. Swamp Creature.
Get out of town. I cannot believe that.
Well, I can. Laurel Banning belongs in a swamp. She as much as killed your wife, Trevor. She's the reason I'm in this chair, so you may be stupid enough to believe her lies. But no court of law is going to see her as anything but a cold-blooded killer.
To me? Because I wouldn't blame you if you weren't.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. I acted like a jerk, and I'm sorry. I really am.
There's no need for you to apologize.
Come to me for a little comfort. I practically crucified you. Great friend.
Yeah, well, you're not paid to be my friend.
No, that's true. That's a privilege. Listen, Gloria, you know, you're not just the best friend that I have in Pine Valley. You're also one of the best people I have ever known.
You don't have to say that.
Yes, I do. And you really need to hear it. Because you are kind and warm and generous, and I get frustrated because it kills me to see you tear yourself down like this.
I don't blame you for getting mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not. I'm mad at the situation because it's not fair and it's a waste because you deserve so much more than you're getting. I care about you. I really do. And I hate to see you in this much pain. And I want to do something about it.
Gloria, I just had a run-in with Adam. I thought you might need a friend.
You know, that's exactly what she needs right now.
Gloria, you're trembling.
If you need me, I'll be around.
What's going on?
Adam is at the end of his rope. He's had it with everything.
Yeah, well, it's frustrating. Recovery, it takes time.
It's my fault.
Well, come on, you didn't do anything.
It's what I want to do. I want Alec. I want him to meet Tree.
You're attracted to Alec.
Lovely, isn't it? The devoted wife attracted to her husband's assistant.
Adam knows this?
Well, I haven't said anything, but I think maybe he suspects. Maybe that's why the sight of me makes him sick.
Well, the sight of me sent him into a tirade, and there's nothing to pick up here.
No, Adam doesn't know. But he was that way before Alec. I mean, he's been that way for a while.
Since the accident.
I remember praying in the hospital room with Adam. Prayed to God to just bring my husband back. Then he opened up his eyes, blue eyes, and I knew all my prayers had been answered. But now I look in those eyes, and they're cold. It's like they're looking at a stranger. He hates everything about me.
Well, have you been able to talk it through?
Tim? Oh, no, I'm too stupid. I'm too crude. He avoids me as much as he can. Alec is the only one I can talk to.
So you've become close?
He likes me. He cheers me up, and he makes me feel good. Like Adam used to.
Well, it's only natural for you to be drawn to him.
Sure, it's only natural. Natural to want to cheat on your husband. Naturally, if you're natural.
Gloria, look, Adam is acting like a madman. So you find yourself daydreaming about somebody else. So what? Big deal. I mean, it's harmless as long as it stays a daydream.
Yes, I could just keep it there.
Well, you have never been married before.
And now I know why. The church ladies would never call me wife material, you know why? Because I'm very selfish, and I am
Gloria,
self-centered.
please give yourself a break. You haven't done anything wrong.
And I'm not going to. Not because I'm a good person. Alec is. He's a perfect gentleman.
Is he?
Yes, he is. He wants to be my friend.
Yeah, well, sometimes friend find.
No, not Alec. It's impossible.
What, for Alec to be attracted to you?
Yes. He's too mature. He would never get himself involved in a situation.
Gloria, don't you think that Alec might want you as much as you want him?
You don't know squat about Laurel Banning, so keep your mouth shut.
How can you, of all people, defend her?
Look, Laurel is telling the truth. I saw the marks on her face.
How many lives does she have to destroy before you finally see her for what she is?
You don't know the whole story, Pops.
I don't have any trouble at all believing she killed a man. She sure as hell almost killed me. She certainly ended my life. And Natalie's.
You and Natalie had an accident. I've made my peace with it. I think it's time you do the same thing.
No. Your wife took a shortcut down a bad road to help you nail a woman who betrayed her. Now, what do you think your wife would think right now if she saw you right now slithering into the enemy camp?
You sanctimonious
Okay,
son of...
that's enough. Let's just go downtown so I can give you my statement.
No, wait a minute. You so much as put one word on record to help Laurel, and I swear you'll find your stuff on the front lawn when you get back.
Number 9361648, the People versus Jackson Montgomery. The defendant is charged with obstruction of justice and accessory to murder in the second degree. Also, number 9361664B, the People versus Carla Benton, also known as Laurel Banning Montgomery. The defendant is charged with obstruction of justice and murder in the second degree.
How do you plead?
Your Honor, their plea is not guilty on all counts.
Plea so entered. Mr. Tanner, are you ready?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Counsel for the defense will tell you that Jackson Montgomery is a pillar of the community, a highly respected member of the bar, and a socially responsible citizen of Pine Valley, and all of that was once true. But the people must point out that this highly principled man has fallen under the corrupt influence of a woman with no moral conscience. Now, Carla Benton is a hardened criminal who's lived outside of the law for years. She's used craft and cunning to avoid capture. She was most recently aided and abetted by her husband, the once honorable Jackson Montgomery. Now, given that these defendants have already shown a clear propensity to flee, the people must ask that bail for Mr. Montgomery be set at $500,000 and that Mrs. Montgomery's bail be denied.
All My Children will be back in session right after this.
Order. Order in this court.
How are you going to fight this?
With fire?
Well, fire away.
Miss Fry?
Thank you, Your Honor. If it please the court, I might suggest that the district attorney's recommendation to the court border on the absurd. He's accurately represented Jackson Montgomery's reputation in this community. Mr. Montgomery is a founding member of Pine Valley's most prestigious law firm. He is an office holder of the State Bar Association. He's a member of the City Council, and that's to mention just a few of his contributions to this community. He has a stainless record of scrupulous conduct with not one single infraction against the law against him, not even a traffic violation. Now, far from trying to flee, Mr. Montgomery was ready to surrender. He had, in fact, notified his attorney and made provisions to turn himself into the court this very morning. Mrs. Montgomery has also made a full statement of the facts and is willing to cooperate in bringing all the facts of this case to light, facts that will validate her plea of not guilty by reason of self-defense. Miss Montgomery is a recent bride, and she's anxious to set down her roots, and she wants to cooperate so that there can be a quick disposition of this case. Now, I know that they were apprehended outside the state line, but Mr. Tanner's allegation that they were trying to flee jurisdiction are completely inaccurate. They were, in fact, registered in their own name in a well-known country inn where they were married by a justice of the peace of Elk Green. And I'd just like to add that I am personally convinced of the integrity of these two defendants, and I'm willing to stake my reputation on the fact that they will remain in the purview of this court. Thank you.
Well, the district attorney and the counsel for the defense have certainly presented compelling arguments. The court will take a 15-minute recess to review the facts of this case.
All rise.
If I help Laurel, I'm history?
Laurel Banning is a piece of trash. You're going to throw away your family for her?
So you're going to throw me out of the old homestead if I tell the truth about Laurel? What a sacrifice. I mean, what will I do for entertainment if I can't watch you decimate the people I care about? And what will I do for exercise if I can't jump to your impossible demands? And how will I ever wake up in the morning without you screaming at someone down the hall? Gee, you want to throw me out of my home, sweet home? Go ahead. Make my day. Let's go.
Wait a minute.
Do me a favor. Ask Winifred to stuff my suede boots with tissue paper.
Haley, I'll bring the truck, no problem.
Great. And don't forget that some of my coats are still in the attic.
All I want you to do is think about what you're doing.
All I'm doing is telling them what I saw.
You're having enough trouble managing your own life right now. What makes you think you can...
I'm doing just fine. I'm doing a heck of a lot better than you are. You don't even have a life anymore. All you're good for is stomping on other people's feelings.
Hey, you ready to go over the Pierce proposal?
Tell me the truth, Alec. Am I destroying my family?
Alec has not made the slightest move on me.
Well, that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to or won't.
Come on, he's not going to get involved with another man's wife.
How can you be so sure?
I've had men come on to me all my life. I know the signs, okay? The hints, the looks, the glances. If Alec was interested in me, I'd see it.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to see it. Maybe it's too big a threat to your marriage.
There is nothing wrong with my marriage.
Only that your husband treats you like dirt.
Well, Adam is angry, and he has every right to be.
Okay, he has a right to be angry at the wheelchair, at his legs, at the fates, but not at you, Gloria. He's supposed to love you.
What do you mean supposed to? Adam loves me.
How do you know that? Well, because he tells you. Adam has been grinding his heels into you. Now, I don't call that love, do you? Maybe why you care for Alec is because he cares for you, and maybe Adam doesn't anymore. Maybe it's over with Adam, and Alec is the man that you need.
Get out. Get out of my house.
Look, I would rather not get into a personal discussion.
I'm talking about my life here. What's happening to my family?
That's not my area.
Your area is whatever I say it is.
No, it's not. You hired me as a business assistant.
You spend 20 hours a day under this roof. You know about what goes on here just as well as I do.
Well, but not by choice. Look, I've been trapped in the middle of way too many family meltdowns, and I don't enjoy it. This is a conversation that you should be having with your wife and your daughter.
I've alienated my wife and my daughter, possibly beyond all hope of return. I get angry and wow, I'm off and running. Next thing I know, I'm in the middle of this jealous tirade.
Do you want to tell me what it is exactly you think you have to be jealous of?
Only everyone who can walk, everyone who can... anyone who can get close to my wife and my daughter, especially my wife. When I reamed you out, falling asleep with Gloria in the study, it was jealousy, pure and simple, completely irrational.
I would not say that that's completely irrational.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that, given the same circumstances, I think I might get jealous, too, if my wife consistently turned to other men for comfort.
What do you mean, other men other than you? What men?
Well, oh, what am I doing? No, look, my relationship with this family is strictly business. I would like to keep it that way.
If not you, then who? What other men?
I was just down in the gym. And Dmitri Merrick came in. Now, look, I could be completely wrong. But it looked to me like Gloria was happy to see a sympathetic shoulder to cry on.
You do not know the first thing about Adam and me.
That's absolutely true. Only what you tell me.
He's been wonderful to me. He has given me everything I've ever wanted. He's taught me to hold my head up.
Are you holding your head up now, Gloria?
You do not understand Adam.
No, and I don't believe that you do either.
I'm sorry. I'm acting like Adam, aren't I? You're just trying to be a friend, and I'm biting your head off.
Why don't you give yourself a break?
Like 2 weeks in Hawaii?
Try seeing Alec less.
Dmitri, he lives in the boathouse. He's here all day and half of the night. I see him on the grounds. I see him in the library, in the gym. I go down to the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning to get myself a glass of milk, and he is there. I cannot get away from him.
Maybe you don't want to.
I love Adam.
But Adam is not loving you back.
I feel like I am going to explode. Like everything in my life is just slipping away.
So you're telling me you can fit a crib, a changing table, and a bureau in this tiny little alcove?
Hey, we could even put up a utility shelf if we lose this closet wall.
I can't believe how you did this.
You know, I could rig a mobile over the crib, the kind with the musical box. Babies love mobiles. Taylor was glued to hers till she was like 4 or 5.
Must have been a case of arrested development.
You're really into this, aren't you?
Hey, listen, this baby's room is a very important space, one of the most important I've ever designed. I mean, there needs to be a harmonious kind of balance. Okay, all right. Hey, well, you never know.
Lucas, are you one of those old-fashioned kind of guys that still believes that it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind?
Hey, it's your prerogative. You want to exercise in any way you want.
Well, when I asked you to be my Lamaze coach, I thought, well, I didn't think, but I do know that if anybody could keep me calm in the delivery room, it would be you.
Well, you know there was no expiration date on that offer. Now, if you're saying that I'm the one, I would be honored. So when do we start?
Well, are you busy tonight, like, now?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I am. I'm going to a Lamaze class. Come on. Chariot is awaiting.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna sign out right now. Sign away. I'll hold down the fort. Thanks.
How long ago did Mimi leave?
Just now.
Would you have any idea where she went?
Off to learn heavy breathing with,
She's going to the Lamaze class tonight? She changed her mind?
yeah, that's the plan. Lucas said
Look,
that
I don't want to hear anything about Lucas.
But he's the one who's taking...
Look, this is between Mimi and me. I don't want to have anything to do with Lucas's 2 cents, all right?
Fine.
Doggone it, man. I've been a jerk. I've been a real jerk. I'm going to make that class.
I tried to tell him, but he wouldn't listen.
Where'd everybody go?
Jack, Laurel, and Livier are at the arraignment.
Doesn't it seem like it's been a lot longer than 15 minutes?
He'll be out soon.
What in the world can he be reviewing in there? Well, of course I know what he's reviewing. I just can't stand
Honey,
to
it's going
think
to be
about
okay.
it. Yeah, well,
Yeah, Crockett's fair. He's just doing what any judge in this position would do. I mean, when the prosecution and the defense are this far apart, he has to weigh things and then strike a balance.
All rise. Court is now in session.
You may be seated. Having reviewed the police reports and the defendant's histories, I hereby set the bail for defendant Jackson Montgomery in the amount of $50,000.
Your Honor, with all due respect for the court, Jackson Montgomery...
Sit down, Mr. My decision is final. In my opinion, it's highly unlikely that Mr. Montgomery would attempt to flee the jurisdiction of this court. Mrs. Montgomery, on the other hand, is an entirely different matter.
Yeah, and then there was a big one right here.
Yes, you've already described the discolorations on Laurel's face.
They were bruises.
All right, they appear to be bruises. Was there anything else unusual about her?
Yes, she was upset.
Upset how?
Frightened, nervous, on edge, stressed out.
Well, wouldn't you be somewhat stressed out if you just killed your ex-husband and threw his body down a mine?
Cannon, no editorial.
You know what? I'd be somewhat stressed out if I was nearly beaten half to death by some crazed lunatic.
Ben was trying to kill Laurel. It was self-defense, open and shut.
That's your editorial opinion.
Hey, look. From what I understand, the guy has a real sweet track record of beating up women. I knew the guy was slime as soon as he oozed his way into my office. In my opinion, Laurel Banning did exactly what any other woman would have done in her position. Denny Benton deserved to die.
Ms. Benton Banning Montgomery has an impressive list of aliases. There's an outstanding warrant for her arrest in Denver, and by her own admission, she delivered the blow that caused the death of Denny Benton. This court rarely denies bail. But in the case of Mrs. Montgomery, I'm compelled to make an exception. Bail denied.
Think of yourselves as athletes in training for a marathon. Oh, listen, that goes for you fathers, too, you know. Well, I'm glad you could make it.
Let's hear it for friends who come through in a pinch.
Okay. Now, let's also try some more of those warm-ups again, all right? Do you remember how they go? All right, you take a deep breath, you hold it for a second, and then you release it slowly through your lips. Like this. Look, puff up your cheeks. Blow out like that, very slowly. That's good. Very good. Now, while your ladies are doing this,
look like
Daddy,
a puffer fish.
I want you to use
very
the second hand
attractive
of your
puffer
watch or
fish.
something like that. But time
Now look what you made me do.
terribly,
Hey,
terribly
listen,
important.
we're
But
only
time
in training. You know, we'll be pros by the time
until
it's
the
good.
finish.
You know, we go for the goal.
Understand? Good. All right, everybody ready? Want to try again? Inhale. Exhale. Slowly. Controlled.
Gloria, you are too young to give up on happiness. Maybe it's time to cut your losses and accept the fact that Adam can't make you happy.
Stay tuned for One Life to Live next.